Well, hello, it's Tex here with you for a solo Tuesday night UTG update. My PIC having the night off. I love you, brother. I will see you tomorrow, no doubt. Of course, if you're liking what we're putting down here at UTG, make sure you hit that subscribe button and that alert button so you get instant updates every time we go live and post our daily updates so you can see in real time what we are seeing here in the markets. And just very quickly on a side note, I want to say a huge welcome to all the new people that are watching our videos, showing us lots of love, and especially all the new faces over in our completely free Discord channel, all of the chats and questions and incredible judgment-free support that we see over in that community make ads and I so proud of what we have all built together here at UTG. It is a real pleasure to serve you every single day. So I encourage you, unitytradinggroup.com, come over and join our Discord. And on that very quickly as well, you might have noticed on the guides page of unitytradinggroup.com, all fresh guides. So we've got 22 really killer guides there now, including our complete walkthrough of how to use the Binance crypto exchange, our complete beginner trading series, A to Z, really A to Z of anything you can imagine really trading wise. So come on over and join us at unitytradinggroup.com. Lots of great content. All right, let's get into this. BTC, FLTC, and of course we have to have a look at XRP very quickly. All right, having a look at this daily close on BTC, it's a positive daily close. It's certainly not a bad one. We are currently closed above this 50 fib and well into this supply zone here after this double bottom, or if you want to call it that double bottom pattern at this demand zone that we spoke about. I want to very quickly say as well, we're doing a couple of mentor sessions behind the scenes at the moment, and it is a question that we get asked quite a fair bit. What time frame do I trade on? Well, here's a very quick tip for you. And like our friend Crypto said on the episode of the podcast at UTG, I highly encourage you to go and watch that Ichimoku Gan and Ikagai masterclass. Crypto says, he says, build a narrative. Start from the daily time frame. Are we bullish on the daily time frame? For example, are we sitting above our EMAs? And I'm just going to try and find our EMA fan. Are we sitting above significant MAs like our 50, 100, and 200 MA? Where are they traveling? Are they traveling up? Are they traveling sideways? Are they traveling down? We go down to the smaller time frames. Are we sitting above our MAs again on the 4 hour? What does the 1 hour say? Build the narrative from high time frames down to smaller time frames, depending on what type of trader you are. And you can go to our what type of trader am I guide. I highly encourage you to take a look at that to identify what type of trading strategy would suit you as a swing trader, day trader, position trader, etc. So daily time frame looking okay. As we go down to the 4 hour time frame, we are sitting above this MA cluster now. We've seen this 200 MA act a number of times on BTC in recent candle closes as a level of support, and we're now sitting above this 50 and 100 MA cluster and our 50 Fibonacci. So really for me, I would love to see us break and close above this supply zone and above this sort of liquidity cluster that we have here. The ideal scenario, if we can close above this demand zone, would be a run back up towards that sort of 37K mark. If we put on our gravy train indicator, we have just been given the cross signal and we are sitting on top of our MA cloud. So we can see what happens when we do get definitive closes above the MA cloud, currently acting as a level of support. And again, it lines up quite well with that 37K level there. So by all circumstances now, looking at our indicators, steamroller as well, and where we are here, I think what we really need to see is a close and hold above 35K, let's say, and then I'll certainly be looking towards that 37 zone. We can see that we also had a bit of a breakout of this descending structure where we spoke about it about a week or so ago. I think it might have been my last Thursday night update where we spoke about this descending triangle formation where we were either looking for a measured move. In this case, I was very happy to be wrong. We were talking about the gap being closed there and the measured move from here down to about sort of 23K where there is a gap down there, or 22K. I was very happy to be proven wrong. I'm not going to lie. I was in a pretty decent cash position. I've since gotten a little bit more BTC exposure from that and just sort of averaging into positions, dollar cost averaging as we make our way down as as I am on ETH and LTC as well, just on the off chance that we have a situation where we do break aggressively to the upside again, where we can look to take profits and then continue to average back into positions as we come back down lower. So yeah, so that's kind of where I am at the moment. I think if we were to close definitively below this 50 fib, then we can kind of see this little range that we have playing out at the moment on BTC, sort of stuck in between this range, and then furthermore, we're stuck in between this sort of like 34K level and 29K level. I really do think if we were to revisit this demand zone, I think that the chances of it holding would be very, very slim. The way in which we penetrated this a couple of times now is weakening this liquidity here stuck at this level. So it's a pretty important period for BTC right now. However, if BTC can keep consolidating like this within this range, yeah, that'd be great, because all my altcoins are having great moves at the moment. A number of USD pairs. Sushi, anyone? Yes. DeFi coins are pumping at the moment, as are a number of other coins. XRP we're going to have a look at a second. Ads rode that bad boy up for like 100+%. IDEX is another one that we shared inside the Discord this week, and that my boy Ads rode up. So some serious profits going on inside the Discord this week. All right, let's get into ETH. ETH's seeing some nice little moves at the moment as we look to be headed back up towards a new all-time high. So our previous all-time high sitting at 1477. Looking at the Bitfinex chart, we have now we've kind of got a triple top situation here. But what I'm kind of looking for here, which would be a really great scenario, would be a pop from here. Do we see a scenario where we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then break to the upside and then start looking to visit this 1583 level? That would be a really, really nice outcome. But this being quite well respected at the moment, so we could just consolidate within this triangle. Or we could, we certainly could consolidate in here and head back down toward this demand zone. Similar to BTC right now, we are kind of just consolidating in this range. So until we get a definitive close and break above sort of 1440, or until we get a definitive close and break below this this demand zone at around 1240, I'm really just playing the range right now. So looking at our indicators, there certainly is still some room to move to the upside. If we look at our EMA fan, the angles are looking promising. If we put on our Unicorn indicator, and yeah, I'm an indicator fiend to deal with it. As we get towards this top supply, the Unicorn indicator sort of showing us the significance of this previous high level as well. But from all circumstances, looking pretty good on ETH, but I really do want to see a close and break above this supply zone to be more bullish on ETH. And again, could we see ETH leading the way for BTC on the USD pairs, where there's a lower time frame flipping, if you would, where you see ETH lead BTC. It doesn't happen all the time, but if we were to see a break to the upside on ETH, I would be very confident that BTC would follow suit. Still very bullish on Ethereum. We've been saying that all year, and nothing really changes on that. Looking at Gravy Train now, it really gave us pretty much the long signal at every bottom part, and the cloud acted as a very significant level of support. So at the moment, I think short term, I think we're consolidating within a range here. It might take a couple of days to play out, but definitely look for a pop above up towards that 27 level, and it could be quite quick on Ethereum. So keep your eyes out on that one. LTC right now is the bane of my existence. I've been holding LTC for what feels like an eternity now. I've learned a very good lesson this year in patience, the art of patience. Sushi was one of those. I really just, and I'll be completely honest with you, I talk like I'm some sort of DeFi expert. I certainly am not. One of the guys inside our Discord, Ferg, shout out to you, bro. One of our mods was talking about a lot of DeFi coins and Sushi Swap and Uni and a whole bunch of other DeFi coins. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to buy a set amount of one particular coin, which was Sushi. I put some money in it, and I said, I'm not going to sell this at all. If I get stopped out, I had a pretty wide stop, but I haven't. I'll be honest with you, I haven't yet taken any profit either. I got in at Sushi at $3.89. We're now sitting at just under $13, and now that doesn't happen all the time, but it was a very, very good lesson for me in patience. My exposure was lowish for for someone like me that trades. And it was a good lesson in persistence, patience, and a good lesson in psychology, not to dump your bags the second that something were to drop a certain level. Trust your TA, trust where the TA can lead you, and it's paid dividends. So I would encourage you to do the same thing. Play small position trades and put your TA in place and your stops in place, and let the fucker ride. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. If not, then you've just bolstered your confidence in knowing that the TA that you share with yourself or with others and friends here in UTG is correct, and you can trust that. So LTC still sitting here. That was a long-winded explanation, but again, here we are sitting on the other side of this diagonal. We've had these fibs in place for quite a little bit of time now. We're still sitting above this EMA cluster. I'm liking the way that this EMA cluster is starting to tighten up now, similar to like what you see on Bollinger Bands when they tighten up quite a fair bit. You know that there is going to be a break one way or another. So looking at where we are now, I've still been dollar cost averaging into LTC. My last buy down here at demand. And I'm waiting to see what happens on this. Again, we're still kind of in a little bit of a range here at the moment between, let's say, this supply, this demand level here, and really that 38. So let's just continue to see what happens. I don't really have too much of any calls or anything like that on LTC, I'll be completely honest with you. But looking at Gravy Train and the support that we've had at the bottom of this cloud, typically the gray zone is a no trade zone, but I'm definitely looking for this upper level here now around the 50, between sort of 150. I would really like to see a close and break above 150, or if we close and break below sort of 115, then I'd definitely be looking for this lower demand, which hasn't really been hit too hard as of yet. So that could still happen. But with I guess the sentiment with BTC and ETH that I've just explained beforehand, I would expect LTC to follow suit. So certainly looking for some upside moves on LTC at the moment. And I've just messed up that chart. I'll come back to that. All right, one thing that I want to have a look at very quickly is XRP. I know my boy Ads got in at 25 cents down here at this lower demand zone. Gravy Train gave us the signal. You should have just listened to Gravy Train. How can you get a hold of that? We'll be announcing some really exciting news on that very, very soon. Steamroller was bang on for the bottom and for the top. You really couldn't get any more accurate than that. Not bad at all. You can find those over at our indicators page at UTG if you want to get a hold of those ones. Gravy Train coming soon. So I'm not going to lie. Looking at this level, I'm interested. I'm interested in XRP and what's to happen here. I'm certainly not buying as of yet. I don't know the reason for this pump. I'm not going to lie. I haven't really looked into it, nor do I care to look into it, to be honest with you. I'm looking to see what happens at these levels. I'd really like to see if we can hold this supply zone. It's not looking too good. If we do continue back down, I guess I would be looking back down around sort of the 30-cent mark, potentially anywhere between sort of the 30-cent mark and maybe the 27-cent mark to see what would happen if that would satisfy any oversold conditions on our indicator. With the accuracy that we've seen on Steamroller, that's certainly going to pay dividends to be paying attention to that. Gravy Train, again, is saying we're within this significant sort of level of support, but you can see how our levels of Gravy Train clouds act as levels of support, no matter whether we're above or within the cloud. So again, looking at some of our other indicators, that lines up again quite well, that 30-cent level with our Murrays for a level of potential support. So you can bash XRP all you want, but shit, when a coin is saying to you, buy me and I'm going to move, you best pay attention. So not saying buy it right now, but I'm saying pay attention to XRP because it could have another move sometime soon. And we have seen how sporadic these moves can be on XRP. All right, well, that's it for me. Make sure you head over to unitytradinggroup.com, come over to our homepage and check out everything we've got there. Loads of free guides, all our indicators, our podcast, if you haven't had a chance to listen to that before as well. Some really incredible people there that we've spoken to in the past. And of course, hit that subscribe button. Join us over at the YouTube channel on Unity Trading Group. And we really look forward to seeing you again for tomorrow's update. Thank you so much. We appreciate you all. Love you lots and see you soon. Take care.